When I was in college, I was broke with hella debt from different credit cards, so I decided to start an Onlyfans. I was very reluctant at first. Then I said, forget it. I look good enough to make money, so why not? The first day that I was on there, I made it free to subscribe to me so I could get followers quick and linked all my social medias through Instagram. My OnlyFans was on there also. My Instagram was public, so anyone could get it. I logged on and I started a live stream and a few people got on. Then it was just one person. I wore glasses and the guy told me that I was gorgeous and to take my glasses off, so I did. Then he sent me $10. I told him thank you. Then the message popped up on the screen. You have nice lips. Can you put on red lipstick if you have it? I said, of course. So I got up and I got my lipstick, sat down and I put my lipstick on. Then I was sent $25. I told him thank you. Then he asked, if I give you $100, will you do whatever I say for the next 15 minutes? I told him that I didn't think that it was worth it. I was about to log off when he said, no, not yet. What about 300? I gave the same answer. Then he simply put, 1,000 enough for you? I sat there and I thought about it. Then I said, yeah, I'll do it. Then I set an alarm for 15 minutes. The first thing he asked me to do was to blow him a kiss and smile, so I did. Then he told me to say that I love Adam, and I said it. At that point, I was thinking that this is pretty easy. Then he asked me, do I have a red dress? I said, yeah. He then asked me to put it on. So I put on the dress and he called me beautiful. Then the weirdest request popped up. It simply said, cry. I asked him what that meant, and he said he wants me to cry. So I sat there for a few seconds and I began to try and cry. He typed, no, none of that fake stuff. I want real tears and emotion. I told him that I don't know if I can do that. And then he said, well, no money then. I tried again and no luck. He then put $1,500 in the chat. Well, he typed. I said, okay, and I walked into my kitchen, opened the refrigerator door and put my hand inside and closed it as hard as I could. I walked back to my laptop and I began to cry. He put good girl in the chat and then he asked me, do I have scissors? I said, yeah, why? He typed, cut your hair. So I said, no. Then he typed $2,000 in the chat. I paused for a few seconds and I said, okay. I grabbed some scissors, sat back down, and then he typed, nah, actually, use a knife, not scissors. Again, I paused and I said, okay. I grabbed a knife, sat down, and began to cut my hair, and my ponytail was gone. He typed, you look good with short hair. Then he asked me to take my dress off, and I said no. Then he typed 2,500 in the chat, and luckily, my alarm went off, and I told him that his time is up. Then he typed, how about 15 more minutes for $6,000? I said no. Then he asked, well, do you want these to go public? And then I received 77 photos. I clicked on them, and they were from my iCloud. I asked how he had my photos, and he typed, if you don't do what I say for 15 more minutes, everyone that you know will see these photos. I told him, yeah, right, and I closed my laptop. And no lie, a few minutes later, I received over 50 text messages from family and friends that they saw my photos. My landlord told me not to worry about the rent and that he didn't know I was working with a dump truck back there, that I was thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. I don't even know what that means. And after that, honestly, I never went back on the OnlyFans. I went and got a real job, something safer. I became a stripper. But anyway, I changed my whole iCloud and everything. But that was the weirdest night of my life.